Hi everybody, well I've got some Facebook messages that I should have answered a while ago, but I really haven't had very good comms, so it's been very difficult to be able to get a connection. But currently I've got a fantastic connection, so I'll take advantage and answer some Facebook questions. So from Chantal, you have lots of electronics on board. How is the electricity generated to supply all of these? Yes, Chantal, it's extremely important, the power generation, and for us we've gone for a simple route, which is to use the main engine to power two very large alternators, which put a lot of power into some lithium-ion batteries. So that's our primary source. We also have a hydro generator, so should that system fail, I can put a little device in the water which has got a propeller which, with the boat speed, produces power, and I've got some solar panels. So that's where we are now for the future. We'd like to be going like Conrad Coleman is and have no fossil fuels at all, but currently I'm carrying about 200 litres of diesel. Well, I've used most of it now, but that's what I took at the start. Stephen Rowley, if you turn the engine on to catch up, would anyone know? Yeah, Stephen, they would. There is a seal, so before we leave we have to seal the prop shaft, or seal the gear shaft. So the measurers agreed beforehand how we're going to do that, and then after the start of the race we have to put the seal on, and then we have to take a picture of it and email it to them, and each seal's got a serial number, so there's no possibility to cheat. If you do need to use your engine, we do have a spare engine seal with a different serial number, and then you inform the race committee, they decide whether to give you a penalty or not, and off you go from there. So yeah, the engine only does about 5 miles an hour, so it doesn't really much use anyway. John Heesman, we've seen all that water cascading over the top of the boat and dropping in the rear section. How does it drain away that quickly and doesn't flow in the cabin? Well, it does flow away, it doesn't come in the cabin. We are a very low cockpit floor, so we do get a lot of water in here, but it's not too bad. It looks worse than it is. Brent M. Driga, hello Alex, once you realise you've had too much sail up and it's time to reef and slow down, with the sea exploding all over the deck, how do you make the boat safe to be on the bow or the mast, or is all the reefing achievable in safety of the cockpit? Yeah, all of the reefing can be done from the cockpit. I don't have to leave the cockpit at all for that. All the furling of sails can happen from the cockpit, and if I need to go on the foredeck, then I will make sure the boat is safe. I'll probably put the boat downwind, slow it down, get it safe, and then I'll go forwards. From Nuno, Korea, Pimentel, how much time do you spend looking at the weather files? Well, that does depend on what's going on. When I haven't got great comms, not very long, because I can't get much weather information, but it depends. It can be very complicated sometimes, the weather, and I might spend 10 to 12 hours a day looking at it, it does vary. John Wolsey, when things go wrong suddenly, do you have a methodology for dealing with the situation, or is it all experience and instinct? When things go wrong, often the situations are different, and things haven't happened before, and even if they have happened before, they don't happen very often. So I think it's an experience thing. You've worked out what's happened, how you've done it before, and it depends on what actually happens. How much risk is there? If you do X, if you try and solve it with X, is it going to make the situation worse? Is it going to make it better? So it does depend. And last question from Rimet Cage, which point of sail do you enjoy the most and why? Well, I'd say broad reaching, so say 115 to 130 true wind angle, and I like it because it's less work. I can stick the pilot on compass mode, and when the boat will boogie, it doesn't need me. That's probably why I like it. In fact, we call that holiday time. So in about 4 or 5 days, it will be holiday time, and I look forward to that. Thanks for your questions. Send some more through, and I'll answer them when I can.